Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sarah Winstead here, bikini athlete and coach for Pro Physique. And we are sitting just under 2 weeks out of my first show of the season. It is Sunday, so that makes us 13 days away from Girl Power in Orlando. And I am feeling it. All the prep feels right now, but it has kind of made all the better because you'll notice I'm in a different car. This is my brand new 2023 Nissan Rogue and I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. I'll give you guys a little like inside tour and outside tour later on, but she is beautiful. She's 2023 Rogue and her name is Jin. So if you get the reference, we can stay friends. But I love it. I had a Pathfinder back in college and just after college, and I absolutely loved my Pathfinder. Her name was Dory. She was blue. And so I'm just so happy to be back in a bigger car, a newer car. My car was 10 years old. My little roller skate Acura ILX. I had it for, like I said, 10 years and 140,000 miles on it. And so it was a great car. It was a fantastic car to me. Ran forever, but it's time to be in something just a little bit bigger. I can see so much more in this car, but yes, so loving this so far. Brand new, still got my heated seats. Oh, my butt is loving that right now. So I'm sitting outside my masseuse's house, getting a massage here. No cupping this time, just because the cupping marks tend for me to stay around a little bit longer, especially when I am this tight and this lean. So we're just going to do a normal massage today, a little bit of pert and some stretching. Recovery is extremely important at this point in contest prep. I'm really inflamed from all the cardio that we're doing, the stress we've been under, obviously from being low calories. And right now I'm just trying to make it day to day. Like literally day to day right now. Yeah, I don't know what this video is going to be like, but I just started filming and I was just like, you know what? We're just going to see what happens over the next week or so. I check in with my coach, Paul, tomorrow, to make a plan prior to peak week. And then I will definitely do a peak week video and then a show day weekend vlog for you guys as well. But this week I have no idea what's coming. I know it's going to be a push of some kind. I did hit a brand new low this morning after my second refeed day. So that was awesome to see. I'm finally into the 108s. Lean. We're freaking lean. The goggles are on. Like, I don't even know sometimes if I'm like lean enough. Like, I'm starting to question it a little bit, but then I'm like, Sarah, breathe. This is why you have a coach and you're fucking lean. So and if we're not lean enough, then you know what? The next show happens and we get leaner. You know, there's always improvements to make show to show, and that's what I keep reminding myself. Yeah, I'm very happy with where we are right now. Very proud of my physique, very proud of my posing, and I just honestly cannot believe it's all coming together. It really, really is. We've got a lot to do between now and show day, and I'll kind of take you guys through that, especially during peak week. A lot of things to prep for, like, you know, for the tan. I'm gonna get my nails done to kind of just clean things up for this round of shows. And yeah, so we're gonna have some fun. So, oh, she just texted me. She wants me to come in. So I'm gonna go relax, get my massage done, and I will catch you guys later. So this is a quick look at the inside of my Nissan Rogue. Absolutely loving it. Charcoal interior, black outside. I finally am joining the 21st century with Apple CarPlay. I am so hyped. So, loving Jin so far. Here are some clips from my glute day over at Workout Anytime. Starting off, I like to call these just basically like reverse step-ups, the eccentric portion. I'm focusing a lot on sitting on the heel, very slow eccentric, and that full range of motion that's going to activate that lower glute to really give a pop to my glutes here. Still have the same intensity, might be a lighter weight at this point in prep. This is my first movement. Do a little bit of just like activation and priming for my main compound movement, which you guys will see later in this video. Second isolation movement before I move into my compound is going to be machine abduction. Now, Very important here. When you are leaning back, push your hips into the pad and make sure there's no like space with your upper back or lower back. Make sure it's flat against the pad when you're doing these. It allows even more so to have that just like upper glute activation area. I do about 10 of these leaning back, and then you'll see me move until I sit up straight. I'm also making sure that my knees and my hip and my ankle is at a 90-degree angle to get, again, optimal activation. You'll feel this moving around the upper glute area, and kind of just going from like, the outside to the inside upper location. And then I do about 10 of these. You'll notice my intensity is still very, very high, even though the weight may not be there at this point in contest prep. And then I do the last 10 or so. I hang on to the glutes, lean forward here. I make sure my feet stay flexed, but still maintain that nice 90-degree angle throughout the entire thing. I even feel this sometimes a little bit in my lower inner glutes, if that makes sense to anybody. But I really like this movement as a great primer to, again, activate my glutes, since I do train first thing in the morning. And here we go into my main compound movement for glutes. OG hip thrusts. I do at least one warm-up set at 135. This is my working weight right now. I'm focusing on squeezing a quarter in between my butt cheeks. It's a great, great cue. Pushing my knees outward and not letting my shins go too far back. I've found that this works for me with where my hips sit, with how tall I am and things like that. And I'm not moving like my sternum a ton on these either. Intensity, if you notice, making the face, it's still there. Occasionally you will see at the end of this video, I will add the intensifier after my last set here of doing banded hip thrusts, no weight, until I can really focus on the squeeze, get that blood really, really pumping. I'm not doing these things too quickly. I'm focusing on that mind-muscle connection and just squeezing and activating every single fiber I possibly can. The goal, obviously, at this point in contest prep with any fat loss phase is to maintain the gains as much as we possibly can. Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday. Gosh, I kind of forget what day it is sometimes. I'm sitting in the parking lot waiting for Crunch to open. It's about 4:48. So I got a few minutes to chat a little bit with you guys. I had a really good check-in with my coach, Paul, on Monday. We're continuing the same cardio, same macros, until peak week starts. Peak week starts on Friday. He's writing my plan, and I should get it Wednesday or Thursday, and then it's peak week. So we're getting so close. But I'll put some pictures of my physique up here just so you guys can see where we are. His feedback was that my front pose is like right there is where it needs to be as far as like the detail showing through for the regional stage. And then for the back pose, obviously I need to lean out a little bit more in my glutes and hamstrings, make that little 3D glute happen. The tie-ins show a little more crispy, little leaner. And so I knew that. I know we're right there where we need to be, a couple of pounds away from what's needed for like the regional stage. National stage is probably going to be a little bit leaner than that. And so it's like what you think is stage lean is probably a couple pounds away from actual stage lean. And so, it's getting exciting. We are close, and that's a very, very positive thing. And because I was starting to get a little bit of prep goggles, I'm going to call them, just because this deep in contest prep, you stop seeing yourself rationally. And kind of knowing, how lean you actually are, but also, what stage lean actually is, but also you start second guessing your efforts sometimes, starting to be like, oh, am I going to be ready? What's going to happen? All those kind of unknown factors can really kind of cloud your vision of yourself. So this is why I have a coach. This is why I don't write my own plans, because I do write my clients' plans. I can think for them very, very clearly. But when it comes to myself, I don't see things clearly sometimes, especially this deep in contest prep, and especially with how I feel right now. Can't think, can't really sleep. Energy is an issue unless I'm caffeinated. all the things that happen when you're sitting like 10 days out from your show. Gosh, it's 10 days. That's crazy. Oh my God. So yeah, so prep goggles are definitely a real thing. And, you know, I like doing the positive reframe of like turning those on its head of like, I am ready. You know, I continually look back at my previous stage photos from 2020, knowing that it's gonna be my best package. Like I've already beat that package. And that's a great, great feeling. That's exactly what I wanted to do. And I want to see how I stack up. I can't control who shows up, who doesn't prefer. All I can do is control my own controllables, manage my stress, manage my sleep going into peak week, keep all my foods the same, all the things that we like to do as competitors, and trying to bring the best possible package for this point in the season. And then we just get better. We get the feedback, we keep moving on, we keep grinding, because the season is just getting started, which I'm really excited about. So, want to dive into that. Oh yeah, so kind of the week before peak week is a lot of like organization time, because there's a lot of things you need to do kind of prepare for peak week. Things like I needed to book my waxing, I need to book my blowout, my nails. I'm gonna get my nails done for the first show. I decided just to clean them up and like do like a manicure kind of deal. And then for the next couple of shows, I may do like press-ons. Booked that. What else did I book? I don't know. Other things to get organized for peak week. I've already started buying a couple of things for peak week. Like I'm going to bring, and I'll show you guys kind of my suitcase, what I'm bringing to the show and things like that. I'm probably going to bring at least one or if not two sleeves of caramel rice cakes, because, you know, when you go to a city where there may be only a couple of grocery stores, like they could be out of something. And so I know that that's one of my main carb sources, for show day especially. And so I want to have those with me. So kind of taking a little bit of the guesswork out of it. I know I can navigate other things like protein, fats. That people are going to have avocado, people are going to have chicken, so those kind of things. But it's just getting organized, making my show day bag list, making my, you know, luggage list, what I'm putting in my book bag, because we are flying. I'm taking my suit in my book bag with my heels, because God forbid they actually lose my luggage. Don't want that to happen. So a lot of organization stuff happens the week before peak week. But so far it's been a good week. We're pushing. I'm tired. I'm hungry. All the things. And yeah, just wanted to kind of dive into a couple of things that kind of happen before peak week, and a lot of preparation that does go into this, and a lot of planning, which if you are not a planner, you will definitely, you know, I encourage you guys, obviously don't prep if you're not a planner. It's hard to navigate those kind of things. It makes it hard on yourself if you're not already a planner. That's why I like taking my clients through an improvement season first, to lay down those habits like becoming a planner, putting your food in ahead of time, getting used to everything. The way it's just like, it's autopilot. It's a reaction in the moment, of how to get yourself done. So yeah, that's going to do it for this clip. Got about 5 more minutes until Crunch opens. I'm going to finish my Core Fury and Pump pre-workout, and then go crush some shoulders and back. All right, guys, this is my current shoulder training regimen. I have 3 exercises. First one, as you can see, dumbbell overhead press. As I've said before, you know, you don't really change your training from improvement season to contest prep. You may change a little bit, a couple of exercises, maybe exercise order, to kind of refine some things when you're in prep. But what built muscle keeps muscle. This is why I'm trying to have the most intensity that I can. I can't do the 50s anymore, but we're trying to get as many reps as I can with those 45s, making the face, challenging myself every rep, every set. Very tired. Here we go, dumbbell lateral raises. My favorite movement for the lateral delt. As you can tell, very lean, very pumped right now. This is my last set. I'm trying to control the weight as much as I possibly can. I'm still using the 20s just because, again, I want to get the most intensity, most bang for my buck that I possibly can out of every single exercise, and really get that nice, just chase the pump. That's really all I'm doing with these exercises right now. Being this deep, being this low calorie and high cardio, adding in some half rep pulses in here just to get a little extra zip. Mind muscle connection is everything. Making the face, challenging yourself. Last exercise for shoulders was supposed to be machine rear delt flies. However, it was broken. So we went with some face pulls. Now, you can do face pulls a few different ways. Finding what works for you as far as activation of the rear delt is essential. For me, this looks like an overhand grip, but I like gripping the ends pieces of the tricep rope and really controlling both the concentric and especially that eccentric. You'll notice I'm trying to pull more so with my elbows, trying to activate that rear delt as much as I possibly can. And I am going pretty intense, pretty close to failure here, trying to get that last little burn in here. But you'll notice a lot of my exercises are pretty darn simple, and that's the way I like to keep it, especially, improvement season into contest prep. Good morning again, guys. So I am on a quick little walk after my breakfast. You guys saw some clips from my shoulder day and, have my coffee here. Going on a quick little walk. Walks can really help with digestion, help with the blood sugar spikes, help kind of just get everything start moving downward. My breakfast is still my biggest meal of the day. I still focus my carbs post training, all that kind of stuff. So it just gives me an opportunity to kind of just do a quick little walk. And also one of the reasons why I'm doing this today is because Yuna is in daycare and I'm trying to account for the steps that I normally take for our walks together into kind of this mid-morning walk. I might do a second one, we'll see. Just step count's just really, really high right now. But this is more of a leisure one, like sunshine, steps, coffee, listening to some really good music, and just kind of just rolling into my day. I have calls starting at 9:30, so just kind of taking the time for myself, breathing, making a plan for today, and just trying to take everything day by day, especially as we move closer and closer to peak week. So what is up, guys? I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I've got a sleeping, well, now awake, snuggly little snuggle fox on my hands right now. Just right, you just get comfy. It's okay. So she just got back from daycare and she apparently likes to snuggle after daycare, so I'm not hating this right now. Putting my legs up after my second cardio session and just gonna snuggle with her for a little bit before I make some dinner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, got some training in, a little more of the prep feels, prep goggles, all those kinds of things. And you will notice that, my training for the most part has been the same. I have not changed my training since improvement season to now. Like, the intensity is still there. The weight may not exactly be where I want it to be, obviously. But the reps are still there and the intensity is still there. That's what matters to maintain the muscle mass as much muscle mass as I possibly can in this final, week and a half that we have until show day. And then it's make the improvements, make the adjustments, get the judges' feedback, and then we're on to the next one. So I'm absolutely loving this right now. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video.